your football background, help obviously playing football in high school, helping at UK,
Yeah.
and then now coaching at Covcath for how long?
This will be season number 9.
So talk about, I think sports are just an unbelievable entry into business
Yeah.
and the principles of business, and there's so many good parallels. Talk about your experience in football and what that's meant to you being a leader now at our company.
Yeah, especially in the last year or so, or last couple of years, I've kind of been in more of like leadership roles. Everybody says, when we were in high school and, just the cliche, like, football is a game of life, all this stuff. It really is. I mean, I value now more. I think when I got into it, it was more, I love football. I love the X's and O's, that type of thing. Last few years, I feel like probably because of the leadership thing, I value more the relationships with the kids and the football. Just being able to guide them and, set them on the right path. And, it just like life, in work, things aren't going to go the way you planned. A guy may go out with an injury. One of your employees may call off sick, and you got to then pick up the slack, whatever it may be. Just the discipline to come to work or come to practice every day, the days you don't want to. As much as anybody can love their job, there's days where it's like, man, I wish I could just sleep in today.
Totally.
You can't do that with work if you want to be successful. You can't do that, on a football team because you have other employees, teammates relying on you. You have to set those personal standards for yourself and just continue to improve every day. So it definitely applies. I try to instill as much of that, on the with the kids as possible. They'll see me coming to work, sometimes when I was doing the sewer sales, especially in dirty clothes or whatever, and they'd give me some little bit of flack about it. Hey, coach, what you been doing all day? It's like, hey, I had to get up. I woke up at 5, 6 o'clock and went to work, and I'm here. I made commitments, and I stick to them, and just try to in a roundabout way, and tongue in cheek, little humor wise, just kind of show them like, hey, this is what you got to do. Whether you're playing or not, whether you're a scout team guy or a starter, your role's important.